any kind of outreach, whether we're talking about cold email, paid ads, social media marketing, you have to figure out a way to connect with your audience quickly. And that comes through good copywriting. Doesn't come overnight. It takes testing and experimentation and all that stuff. But the best place to start in 2024 and beyond is ChatGPT. And I'm not saying to use ChatGPT wholeheartedly and just rely on it completely for all of your copy needs, but use it as a basis to get some iterations out there. Because really the key, especially for cold email, but even for ads too, is you need to test different pieces of copy. Because you might have one, in the case of an email, maybe you have a subject line that does really well and then another one that's doing horribly. And if you have a subject line that's doing horribly, doesn't matter what's in your email, people aren't going to open it and read it. ChatGPT is a great resource for this. Another one is Claude. I've been using Claude quite a bit lately. And in some ways, I like it a little better than Chat for some of the quality, but either one is fine. But essentially, you just want to go into these tools and just start having a conversation with Chat to get what you want. So say something like, I am a marketing expert based in New York City. Please give me a sample cold email script for reaching out to an established doctor in my area. And this is really the key. It's all about conditioning your prompt, right? So I like to do a space and then I say, don't make it cheesy, it professional, it conversational, and brief. Okay. And obviously, if you offer a certain service, if it's SEO or PPC, you're going to want to enter that into the prompt, right? So let's see what it gives us just to give you a sense of how this works here. So enhancing your practice's online presence. See, that alone, we're going to want to change because that sounds very much like ChatGPT. And even people who don't use ChatGPT a lot will be onto that. So we don't want to use that. But let's see what the rest of this says. I hope this email finds you well. I am Brian, a marketing expert based here in New York City. I've been following your practice name. I'm impressed with the exceptional care and dedication you provide to your patients. In today's digital age, having a robust online presence is crucial. See, this is really bad. So right away, this is way over the top language in today's digital age. That's not how people talk in emails. You have to keep it more casual than this. So the first thing I would say is way too formal. Make it casual, like I'm speaking with a friend. Ultimately, I'm selling paid ad services, but make that more subtle. And we see what it gives us here. Okay, right away, I like the subject line better. It needs some work still, but I like that a little bit better. So anytime you say, I have a quick question or quick chat or something with the word quick in it, because people like stuff that's going to be fast, right? They don't want to be reading through paragraphs and paragraphs in your email. So here we say, I'm Brian, a marketing pro here in NYC. I've been checking out your practice and love what you're doing for your patients. I've helped a few other docs boost their online presence and attract more patients with some smart marketing tricks like paid ads, but shh, don't tell anyone. Thought you might be interested in a quick chat about how we can get more eyes on your practice too. Got time for a quick call next week? Let me know. So this is on the right track. Okay. It still has to be fleshed out a little bit, but I really honestly, I like the casual nature of this. In my experience, casual sounding emails typically have much higher response rates because by now the market's so saturated with people getting these crazy emails like this one, right? These in today's digital age, having a robot, like I get those 50 times a day from people. Clearly it's from ChatGPT, but it's an unmanicured version of ChatGPT where they're not going through and they're not fine tuning the prompt. And if you don't fine tune the prompt, you're going to get crap outputs, honestly. So this is on the right track. I'm a marketing pro in NYC. I've been checking out and love what you're doing for your patients. Yeah, I think what you'd have to do is the next step to this would be to go in and add some specific details. If you have any case studies that you want to mention, or if you have maybe you've worked in a different area, or if you are, let's say you live in New York in this case, but you're based in a specific town or a borough or a specific area of New York, that would be a good sort of icebreaker or conversation starter. It'd be a good place to mention that in here as well. But this is definitely on the right track. Thought you might be interested in a quick chat to get more eyes on your practice too. I would tweak the first line because I still don't I love what you're doing for your patients. And that's because how would you know? You're not going to know what they're doing for the. I get it, but I think that's a little weird. I don't know, but this is the beauty of it, right? You can mess with it. So let's actually we can basically compare the two AI engines here. So let's try this in Claude. Let me take exactly this, and I want to see what Claude gives us for that first draft, and just do like a compare and contrast sort of thing. Quick question about healthcare marketing in NYC. My name is Brian, and I'm a marketing expert here in New York City, specializing in healthcare communications. I've been following your work at whatever facility. I admire your approach. Reaching out because I'm curious about the unique marketing challenge faced by medical practices in your area. Would you be open to a brief phone call? I promise to keep it short and valuable for you. So this initial one, it's not great, but it's better than this initial one, right? This one with the in today's digital age, blah, blah. So I think it's a little more on the right track. Let me just input exactly what we did for that, and let's see what we get here. Way too formal, make it, yeah, let's see what it does in response to that here. NYC doc plus marketing nerd equals coffee. Okay, this might be a little too casual, but what's up? I'm Brian, a local marketing geek who's weirdly obsessed with helping docs like you stand out in the NYC healthcare jungle. I stumbled across your practice while doom scrolling, as one does, and thought, damn, you're doing some cool stuff. Yeah, this output is not as good as this output. I like this output better. If you had to take just one email without doing any edits, I would take this one. This one I feel like is just, it's a little too casual for my taste. But for this one, I would say that's too casual. That's too casual. Make it professional, but also somewhat friendly. You provide quality paid ads services and have worked with many other healthcare professionals area. Boosting visibility for NYC doctors. Quick chat. Don't love that subject line. I'm a digital marketing specialist here in NYC. I work with healthcare professionals to improve their online presence, and your practice caught my eye. I've helped several doctors in Brooklyn increase their patient reach through targeted ad campaigns. Given your expertise in that area, I think we could do some interesting things to showcase your work. Would you be open for a brief call next week? I'd love to share a couple ideas that have worked well. It's better. It obviously needs work. No pressure, just thought it might be worth a conversation. This is much better, much better. If you prefer, we could meet for coffee at that great spot near. I'm not against PSs. So PSs in emails can work. I think you got to be a little careful with it. So usually in PSs, I wouldn't do something like this where it's just, it's this is a throwaway line, but I would typically say something like exhibit maybe a piece of your work. Say, PS, we helped this other clinic boost their traffic to their website by 200% month over month, or whatever big achievement you want to show off to this prospect. That's typically where I would include it. But you can test it. Again, test all these things. It's super important to do that. But overall, this is a pretty decent email. And so typically for a cold email, you would replace these details with your list details, right? So you'd figure out what area they live in. You'd add that as a custom value to each of these emails so that it personalizes it more. Same thing with their names, obviously. And you just work through it like that. Now, as far as subject lines go, because subject lines are super important for a cold email, I would say now provide several email subject lines based on this criteria. The criteria you gave them, basically, right? So let's see what they say. Elevating, making OIC docs more patients interested. Local marketing expert reaching out to, boosting your practice visibility, helping stand out. I don't really like any of these, to be honest. This one is the only one because I feel like, so whenever you tell someone, and this is the whole idea behind finding common ground with your prospect. So if you tell someone that you are a professional in their area, they're automatically going to be more likely to open it, right? So if you say, I'm a New York professional, do you want to talk, right? But overall, these are not very good. Try again. Make the subject lines less formal and shorter. I don't know if that's a great prompt. Healthcare ads that don't suck might work. Quick idea for your practice. Okay, maybe. That's worked really well. I haven't used it in the healthcare space, but in other industries, that's worked really well. Quick idea for your facility, if they manage a facility that you want to work with, or practice, that kind of thing can work. So we've been neglecting chat. Let's go back to chat because they did give us a pretty good output here. So let's continue and see what it gives us for subject lines. Now provides several email subject lines. Same thing. based on this criteria. Let's chat about growing your practice. Quick idea to boost your patient numbers. Need more patients? Let's talk. How about a quick call next week? Fun way to grow your practice. So out of the box, I like these better than Claude. A fun way to grow your practice. That's interesting. Dr. So-and-so, let's get more eyes on your practice. This is better out of the box. Still needs some work, but this is better. Quick idea to boost your patient numbers. Okay. So this is all in the right place. So I would I would provide more inputs for this, and I would just spitball and get some more ideas out of it. And then I would compile these into a spreadsheet and basically take that spreadsheet and input it into a tool like smartlead.ai for your cold email needs, which is this is SmartLead, the fabulous tool for cold email outreach. Helps you do it on scale, and it's just terrific. So couldn't recommend it more. But I would take all of that data, input it into your SmartLead campaign. And the nice thing about SmartLead is you can have as many variations as you need for all of your subject lines, for your email content, and many other things. So you can test everything against each other. And that's really where success comes from when it comes to lead gen. And in the cold email realm specifically, is testing. Paid ads too, of course. Paid ads, it's all about testing as well. But yeah, in this example, this is all about testing subject lines, testing content. And I would continue through this prompt and just, again, treat it like a conversation. You're having a conversation with the AI bot because that's really what it wants to converse with you and try to learn more about what you're looking for. So anyway, I hope that helped regarding finding the best subject lines and content for your campaigns. Again, it's just about testing and try and test in different markets, test different niches if you're just getting started. Once you get in on a niche, though, it becomes a lot easier. So test a few different niches, get a sense of what works, what doesn't work. And then once you find a niche where you're getting some moderate success, really dig into that one and start blanketing every area in your country or your region that you can. So yeah, that's about it. If any questions, let us know. Subscribe, do all that stuff that they tell you to do. Have a good one.